Sit up really tall. And rest your palms wherever feels comfortable. Close the eyes. Or allow the gaze to soften. And sit up really tall, almost as if there's string coming out of the crown of your head. That's getting pulled all the way up towards the ceiling, the sky. And then just take inventory of the body, where it is in space. And anything that's coming out to you, particularly, that might be particularly tight or sore or sticky or maybe bothersome. Just notice that and send a little extra breath to those places during practice. And then as you feel the body in space, just start to let go of everything as well. So it's almost as if there were a beam of light, and as that beam of light washes all the way around you, so does everything else. Notice how the ground presses back up into your seat, and feel the low belly start to tone on. Draw the navel up and in towards the spine as you allow both sides of the waist to grow really, really long. Feel the breath permeating the spaces in between each vertebra as you draw the shoulders up, back, then down away from the ears. Feel almost as if you had a pencil in between the shoulder blades. That's getting pinched as the collarbones expand to opposite ends of the room. Now feel the heart float up towards the ceiling as you pull the base of your skull back. Just visualize the shoulders stacking directly over the hips. And then start to pay attention to the breath, the natural cadence of it. See what the quality of it is like right now at this current moment in time. Maybe it's smooth, maybe it's shallow, maybe it's labored. But as always, we'll sync up the breath cadence together through 3 cleansing rounds of breath. So to start, take a deep exhale, empty out all the air. And 3 rounds together. Deep inhale, fill it from the very base of your belly. And then open mouth exhale, let it go. Take 2 more, deep inhale into the lungs, expand your ribcage. And open mouth exhale. 1 more, deep inhale into the chest, collarbones, head. And open mouth exhale. And just take these final few moments, set an intention. And this can be something as simple as just moving your body. Whatever your intention might be, whether it be a thought, phrase, word, feeling, or action. We can all set the collective intention of allowing this practice to meet us where we're at, physically, mentally, emotionally. Alongside the breath, allow the intention to guide the practice. And 1 more round just to share our collective intentions with each other. Smooth inhale. Deep exhale. Just gently leave the eyes open. Cool. So still hang out in this seat. As you sit up really, really tall, bring your right hand just at, let's say like half a foot out towards the outside of the right hip. Small bend to the elbow. Lift the left arm all the way up. And then arc on all the way over to the right. Now the left sit bone wants to lift up. Prevent that from happening. Keep it nice and heavy. And then notice if the chest is starting to curve down a bit. See if you can lift your chin off of your chest as you pull the base of your skull back. From here, bend to your elbow, bring the hand towards the base of the skull, and press your hand, bring the elbow up and out, so chest broadens. Pull the left shoulder back a bit. Keep that soft bend into your right elbow. Nice. 1 more breath. Awesome. Press off of the right palm, come back towards center. We'll switch, release the left arm. So left arm about half a foot in front, out to the left, rather. And then reach up to the right arm. And then arc on all the way over towards your left. So again, right sit bone wants to lift. Keep that nice and heavy. As you reach all the way up and over towards the left, notice again where the chest is in space. Front ribs also want to flare out. Draw them in. Same thing, other side, bend into your right elbow. Bring your hand towards the base of your skull. Press your head into that, and then open up the chest. So draw the right elbow a little further back in space. Right shoulder a little further back as well. Just 1 more breath here. And then make your way back. Nice. Come to all fours, then downward facing dog when you're ready. Ben, if you have like a stack of books or a block or a water bottle, that would be helpful to have. But whatever. Okay, downward facing dog. Just take a moment, bend one knee, bend the other. Take inventory of the backs of the legs, how the arms feel in the shoulder sockets. Nice. All right, from here, bend your right knee deeply. And then swivel the left foot in about 45 degrees so the toes turn out to about 10 o'clock if the top of the mat is 12 o'clock. Bump your hips over towards the left. Feel the sensation through the backs of the legs as you ground the left heel down. Just one more big breath. And then come back towards center, switch, bend to the left knee. Swivel the right foot in. Toes point out to, we'll call this 2 o'clock, so toes turn out to about 45-ish degrees. Bump your hips over towards the right. Continue to press weight through the right heel. Come back towards center, normalize your down dog stance. Inhale, glide forward, coming towards a high plank. Shoulders stack over the wrist as you actively press the ground away from you. Puff up through the upper back. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, find a downward facing dog. It's 2 more just like this. Inhale, glide forward, crown of the head reaches forward. Actively press and feel the navel want to touch the spine. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. It's 1 more time through. Inhale, glide forward. Visualize I'm pressing your heels up and over your toes, but your heels press back into my imaginary hands. Then exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg extends up and back. And then peel open the hip, keep the right leg straight. See if you can drive the left heel down towards the ground a little more, but at the same time, lift the knife edge of your right foot so the baby toe edge up a little higher. Nice. Peel the right hip back down, so square the hips. Smooth inhale breath. Exhale, tap your right toes behind your left heel. 2 more just like this. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, right toes tap behind the left heel. Nice. Once more. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, tap the right toes behind the left heel. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Tense up through the fingertips, or if you've got blocks, something you can prop your hands up onto, go for that. Now straighten through the right leg. As you straighten through the right leg, this will be a little funky, so I will do my best to verbally explain this, but you might need to take a look here up at top. So you walk your left foot in just a smidge. Now I want you to sickle the right foot in. So you're landing on the baby toe edge of your left foot. You should feel a really, really deep outer stretch to the outer right hip as you arrive to the baby toe edge of your left foot. Yeah, so you're just sickling the left foot in. It's super awkward. And then at the same time, see if you can drive the big toe edge of your foot down for the back foot. Yeah, nice. Take 1 more smooth breath. And then normalize the left foot. So flatten the left foot back down. Rebend through the right knee and step back down. All right, other side, left leg up. Peel the left hip open, so find a twisted down dog, but keep the left leg straight. First, drive the right heel down towards the mat, towards the ground, and then lift the knife edge of your left foot up a little higher. Go ahead and peel the left hip back, square the hips. Then exhale, left toes tap behind the right heel. 2 more just like this. Inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, left toes tap. It's 1 more. Inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, left toes tap behind the right heel. Inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Tense up through the finger pads or place your hands onto something. Straighten through the left leg. You walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. So you can use a singular block or 1 block, something to prop your hands up onto. Walk the right foot in a bit, and then I want you to sickle the right foot in. So you're arriving to the baby toe edge of your right foot. Super awkward, but again, this will help to open up the outer left hip. As you fold down, see if you can press weight into the big toe edge of your right foot, so it's like you're trying to flatten the foot, but the right foot is severely pigeon-toed inwards. Or knocking, one of those. 1 more breath here. Awesome. Go ahead and undo the right foot. Rebend through the left knee. Then step back, downward facing dog. All right, take a big inhale, breath, gaze forward. And then exhale to meet your hands, come to the top of your mat. Thanks. Okay, a little awkward here, but I want you to take your hands in between your shins. So I'll face you guys. Place your hands in between your shins and then cross up the wrists. Cool. So once here, you'll start to reach around. Fingertips will kind of graze the shins. Take a bend into your knees. Awesome. Drive the head down, lift the sit bones up. And then see if you can press your elbows into the shins, but then your hands try to pull them inwards. It's a little bit of activation through the shoulders, as well as getting into the back leg. Now begin to straighten the knees to the best of your ability. So one more breath here. And then undo it. Cool. From here, feet still about hip width distance-ish apart. I want you to lift the left heel and then place the left palm in between your feet, just about underneath your face. Here, I want you to take your right hand, grab for the outer part of your left shin, pull on that. But at the same time, feel as if you had a block underneath your left heel. Drive weight down, but still keep the heel lifted. See if you can pull your chest from underneath the left armpit. And then undo it. We'll switch. Lift the left heel. Plant your right hand underneath your face. Take your left hand, grab for the outer edge of your right shin. Nice. Pull on that. Drive your chest from underneath, but at the same time, let the right heel be heavy, but still kind of keep that action of lifting the right heel as well, but grounding it down. So a little bit of an isometric action. Just one more breath. And then undo it. Feet as close as comfortable to touch. Vertebra by vertebra, rise all the way up to standing. Head, neck, shoulders arrive last. Take a smooth inhale. Shrug the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thanks. One more. Inhale, shoulder shrug. And exhale. All right, a little more movement. Half salutations. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up and overhead. And then exhale, hold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. And then exhale, deepen the fold. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, press through both feet. Then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. And then exhale, deepen the fold. Last time through, inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, press through both feet. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, hands flat, step back, find a high plank. Take a big inhale breath, sustain your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Find a cobra, lift just your chest, so palms roughly near the nipple line. Press through the tops of your feet, dig the pubic bone down. And then exhale, release. Sweep the palms back behind you, Shalabhasana Locust. Lift the arms, chest, legs. Squeeze everything towards the center, so feel the back body engaged. Can you lift just a little higher? And then exhale, undo it. Palms to your shoulders, touch your toes. Press up either to a tabletop or plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, big inhale. And smooth exhale. Awesome. Inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift, long spine. Then exhale, forward. Inhale, arms extend all the way up towards the ceiling, press through both feet. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen. Once more, hands flat, step back, find a high plank. Smooth inhale breath, hold your plank, press the ground away from you. Exhale, lower all the way down. Nice. Set up for a sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, palms nice and flat. Nice. So drape just a little forward. Even more. And now look forward. Nice. Big inhale breath, gaze forward. We're going towards a forearm plank. So your choice is stay on your knees or tuck the toes, lift the shins. On your exhale, curl everything in, vertebra by vertebra. Lift the chest, belly, hips, thighs. Stay on your knees or tuck the toes, lift the knees as shins. So head has a tendency to drop, which forces the shoulders to drop. Look in between the thumbs, so almost as if you're gazing towards the top of your mat without craning your neck. On your exhale, lower knees, thighs, hips, back to your Sphinx. Nice. Once more, we'll add on big inhale breath. Exhale, curl everything in, vertebra by vertebra. Lift with control. You're either staying on your knees or tucking the toes, lifting the shins. From here, go ahead and angle the left forearm in. Rock onto the left side, forearm side plank. Go ahead and lift the right arm up and then stretch it all the way forward towards the top of your mat. Lift the outer right hip just a little higher. Nice, one more breath. And then briefly turn back to your forearm plank. We'll switch sides. Angle the right forearm in, rock on over towards the right side. Forearm plank to the right. Stretch the left arm up, then all the way onto your mat. Nice. Continue to lift the hips just a little higher. And then briefly once more, your forearm plank. Smooth inhale breath. With control, lower knees, thighs, hips. Back to your Sphinx. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Transition, downward facing dog. Smooth inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. Inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, arms extend all the way up and overhead. Really nice. Interlace your hands up and overhead. Create a steeple grip. Belly mudra. Nice. Point the index fingers all the way up. Exhale, side bend on over towards your right. Bump the left hip all the way over towards the left. Let's continue to reach. Inhale, back towards center. Exhale, side bend on over towards your left. Point the left index finger all the way up and over to the left. Bump your right hip. Nice. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, fold forward, release. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands flat, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Low lunge, Ardha Anjaneyasana. Arms reach and extend, arms rather lengthen through both sides of the waist. Nice. Sink the hips forward and down just a bit for today. Then exhale, hand flat to the mat. Step back, down dog first. Inhale, glide forward, shoulders past the wrists. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway or lower all the way. Find your up dog, cobra or locust, back bend of your choice. Exhale, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Go ahead and walk your hands towards the back of your mat, hands frame your left foot, brief standing splits. Drive your head down. You can take any amount of bend into your left knee, and I really don't give a shit how high the right leg comes up. Once more, return back to your three-legged dog, so right leg stays extended. Exhale, draw your foot in between your hands, lower the left knee down. Inhale, low lunge, arms reach all the way up and overhead. Sink the hips forward and down a bit, lift up and out of your waist. Then exhale, hands flat, step forward, left foot to the top. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms extend all the way up and overhead. Interlace the hands except for the index. Exhale, side bend on over towards your right. Just feel the left rib cage expand. Inhale, back towards center. Exhale, tip on over towards your left. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands flat, left foot back, lower the left knee down. Low lunge, Ardha Anjaneyasana, arms reach and extend, lift all the way up and out. Sink the hips a little forward and down, yes. Exhale, hands flat, step back, down dog first. Inhale, shift forward, shoulders slightly past the wrists. On your exhale, chaturanga or lower all the way down. Up dog, cobra or locust. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg extends. Walk your hand towards the back of your mat, frame your right foot, brief standing splits. Head drives down, and again, any amount of bend to your right knee, really doesn't matter how high the left leg comes up. Then walk the hands back, maintain your three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, lower the right knee down. Try your low lunge, Ardha Anjaneyasana, arms reach and extend. Feel the front ribs draw in a bit as the hips stick forward and down. Beautiful. Exhale, hands flat. Step forward, right foot to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. Nice. Feet as close as comfortable. Sit down low, find your chair pose, Utkatasana, your fierce pose. Please draw both hands towards heart center, lift the heels. Nice, widen your knees ever so slightly. With control, smooth inhale, breath, broad chest. Exhale, low, 5. Shaking's good. You got it, Drake. 4, 3, land on your sit bones, 2, and 1. Come in towards Navasana, your boat pose. So feet on the ground, elevate your shins. You can always support the hamstrings. Lean back far enough to feel your low belly engaged. Yeah. Keep the breath nice and steady. Last 3. Awesome. 2. And then 1, cross at your ankles, hands forward, step back. Vinyasa or skip it. Straight to down dog is what I'm gonna do. Up dog, cobra, locust on your inhale. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath, deep inhale. Smooth exhale. 1 more, big inhale. And smooth exhale. Awesome, inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, Urdhva Hastasana, arms reach. Once more, interlace the hands except for the finger, index. Tip on over towards your right, standing side bend. Nice. Inhale, come back towards center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Nice. Inhale, back to center. Then exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands flat once more. Right foot back, lower the right knee down. Nice. Find your low lunge. Arms reach all the way up and overhead. And then go ahead and draw both hands towards your hips. So this will be a half splits with no hands. I want you to wiggle the left foot forward. Right knee might have to move back a bit. Nice. Okay, from here, either keep the ball mound of your feet, of your left foot on the ground, or lift the left ball mound. So here's some core stability. You're trying to squeeze everything in towards the center. You're dragging your left heel to meet the right knee while maintaining the uprightness of your torso. So notice if the shoulders start to tip forward. Nice. Beautiful. Straighten the left leg just a little more. Yeah, you got it. 1 more big breath. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. Then gracefully rebend through the left knee. Step back. You have a vinyasa here if you would like to take it, or straight to downward facing dog. Nice back bend of your choice. And then downward facing dog on your exhale. Inhale, draw the right leg up and back. And then exhale, shift forward, come in towards a one-legged plank. Kick the back wall away from you. Now, drop your right knee over towards your right shoulder. Really nice. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Lower the left knee down. Find your low lunge, arms reach all the way up and overhead. Reach and extend. And then right away, draw both hands towards heart center. I want you to lift up and out of your waist. Twist all the way over towards your right. So left elbow hooks to the outside of your right thigh. Beautiful. Nice. Draw the right shoulder a little further back in space. Now everyone, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Nice. Keep the left leg nice and active. Big inhale breath. And then exhale, bend the left knee, allow it to hover. Oh my goodness. 1 more, please. Straighten through the left leg. And then exhale, bend the left knee, hover. Really nice. Straighten through the left leg, listen. Bring both hands, frame the right foot. Launch off the left leg, come into 1 more standing split. You can keep the right knee bent as much as you would like. Nice. And then left leg really doesn't have to come up all that high. 1 more thing. And then exhale, left foot to meet the right, fold forward, left toe. Halfway lift, inhale. Then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sit down low, find your chair pose. Not going to torture you. Right away, sit all the way to your boat pose. Okay, from here, I want everyone to hold onto their hamstrings, lift the shins. As you lift your shins, grab a hold of your right hamstring. Yeah, keep the right hamstring. What am I saying? Keep the left knee bent. Now go ahead and straighten the right leg. As you straighten the right leg, see that both thighs are parallel with each other. Yeah, so you can lift the right leg a little. Yeah, nice, in line with left. Beautiful. Nice. Keep leaning far back enough. Now can you release the left hand? Point the left hand forward. Yeah, so you're still balancing on your sit bones. Pull on your right hamstring, but then your right hamstring presses back. Beautiful. Go ahead and rebend, come back towards center, both hands. Nice. Now keep the left hamstring held, straighten the left leg up. So you're still at a diagonal. Nice. Switch legs. Right? Yeah. Beautiful. Keep the right knee bent. Now from here, find your balance. Yeah, a lot of hip flexor stuff going on here. Release the right hand, point the right hand forward. Brilliant. Still stay balanced. Still pull on your left hamstring. Keep the chest lifted. You got it. You got it. One more breath. Nice. Come back to your bent knee boat pose. Cross out your ankles. Bring your hands forward. Step back. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. A dog cobra or locust. Exhale. Shift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Really, really nice. Smooth inhale back. Smooth exhale back. Awesome. Inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, feet to meet your hands top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. And then fold forward, exhale. Last time, inhale, arms extend all the way up and overhead. Find your steeple grip. Exhale, side bend on over towards the right. Inhale, back towards center. Exhale, standing side bend to your left. Really nice. Inhale, come back towards center. And then exhale, fold forward, release. Halfway lift, really, really long spine. This time, hands flat, left foot back, lower the left knee down. Arms reach all the way up and overhead. And then right away, draw both hands towards your hips. Nice. As you draw both hands in towards your hips, once more, scoot the right leg forward, straighten through the right leg to the best of your ability. So this is a half split with no hands. So you've got that balance challenge. So your choice to keep the right foot flat on the ground or flex the right toes towards your right shin. Do your best to keep the torso upright. You can also scoot the left knee back as much as you would like if you want to get into the quad. But create that action that you're dragging the right heel towards the back, that left knee forward, all while squeezing everything towards the center, staying upright, not shifting all the way to the left, right? One more big breath. You guys got it. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your hands flat to the mat first. Rebend the right knee. Step back. Vinyasa here if you'd like to take it, or straight to down dog. Nice. Up dog, cobra, or locust. Exhale, roll the hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, left leg up. Shift forward, find a one-legged plank. Kick, an imaginary wall. And then track your left knee over towards your left shoulder. Squeeze it in. Nice. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, lower the right knee down. Arms reach all the way up and overhead, low lunge once more. Then draw both hands towards your sternum, heart center. Nice, lift up and out of your waist. Twist to your left, so right elbow hooks the outside of your left thigh. Join both palms together. Nice, left shoulder draws a little further back in space. So it's almost as if you're taking your left hand to your right rib cage, peeling that up a little more. Beautiful. Everyone go ahead and tuck the right toes with the right knee. I'm gonna face you guys. And from here, maintain the twist. Keep the right leg nice and active. And then exhale, bend the right knee, allow it to hover. Now one more, please. Straighten through the right leg. Then exhale, bend the right knee, let it hover. Oh my goodness. Straighten through the right leg. Then with control, hands straighten the left foot. Launch off the right leg, reach standing splits once more. Nice. Again, left knee can bend any amount. Drive it down, lift the right leg up as high as you like. And gently step the right foot forward to meet the left. Fold forward, release. Halfway lift, inhale. Then exhale, deepen the fold. You guessed it, once more. Sit down low, find your chair pose. And then lower to your boat pose, Navasana. Okay, from here, same thing, bent knee Navasana, but this time I want you to take your peace fingers, your index, your middle fingers. You bend both knees, draw them in toward your chest, grab a hold of your big toes. Nice. Okay, from here, keep the right knee bent. Go ahead and straighten through the left leg to the best of your ability. Kick into your fingers, but then your fingers are pulling, yeah? At the same time, you're lifting up through the chest, preventing grounding through the low back. You got it, Drake, you got it. Nice, go ahead and rebend through the left knee. Straighten the right leg all the way out towards the right. Nice. Right leg won't straighten all the way, but if it does, great. If it doesn't, also great. Still maintain the balance. You're balancing on your sit bones. Here's that core work. One more breath. Awesome. Go ahead and rebend through the knees. And then both sets of toes touch. Stay lifted. Release your grip. And then press an imaginary wall away from you. So arms in between the legs. Stay lifted. Deep inhale breath. Exhale, lower to a low boat. Straighten the legs. Allow the shoulders to hover. Nice. Arm can reach forward. Hands towards heart center. You want to torture yourself. Create a reclined handstand. Reach the arms all the way up and back. Continue to hold here. 3. Nice. 2. And then 1. Do whatever it takes. Rise all the way back up to your boat pose. Balance on your sit bones. Then cross with the ankles. Hands forward. Step back. Vinyasa here if you'd like to take it or skip it. Downward facing dog is always cool. Up dog, cobra, locust on your inhale. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Big inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. One more, please. Deep inhale. And smooth exhale. Awesome. Inhale, right leg up and back. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Set up for warrior 1. Left foot in a bit. Turn the toes up to about 45 like we did when we did in class. And then lift all the way up. Arms reach all the way up. Beautiful. Go ahead and straighten through the right leg. And as you straighten through the right leg, take your right hand to your right hip crease. Pull the right hip back with your thumb and index finger. Beautiful. Using your low belly strength and also the oblique strength to support that. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. See how this feels. Continue to pull the right hip back. Nice. Now continue to hinge, 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 hinge. Stay lifted. So now your torso is more or less 90 degrees, or rather parallel towards the ground. So you're kind of creating a 90-degree angle if you cut from the hip all the way to the ground. Keep the front ribs in. You got one more smooth breath. Nice. With control, you'll bring your left hand either to the inside or outside of your right foot. Here's where a block might be handy. Place your left palm there. And then remove your right hand from your right hip. 2 options. Right hand either to the low back or reach the right fingertips all the way up. Now once you're in this twist, the right hip wants to come all the way forward. Tell it no, stay back. So once more, you can take that manual adjustment, draw the right hip back. You'll feel intensity through the outer right hip. Continue to draw the right shoulder up and back in space wherever you are. Nice, last breath. And then slowly release the right palm. Hands flat towards the mat. Step back, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Up dog, cobra, locust. And then exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Right foot in a bit, turn the toes out, 45-ish, warrior 1. Arms reach all the way up and out. Nice. Go ahead and straighten through the left leg. Yeah. Once more, take your left hand towards your left hip crease. Pull the left hip back. Now with your right arm leaning, lean forward about 45 degrees to start. See how this feels. Stay or continue to hinge forward a bit so that your torso is more or less parallel towards the ground. You're using that oblique strength, you're using your low belly strength, so it's almost as if the navel were touching the spine. Continue to pull the left hip back, 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 back. Beautiful. Now right hand either to your block inside, outside of your foot, or send up to the finger pads. Left hand can either come towards the low back or reach the left fingertips all the way up. Once more, left hip wants to draw forward. Keep it pulling back. Right hip draws forward in its place. This will help to neutralize the pelvis as you reach the crown of your head forward. Left shoulder draws a little further back. One more breath here. Just release the left palm. Rebend through the left knee. Step back, downward facing dog or vinyasa. Back bend of your choice. And exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, breath, fill it up. Smooth exhale, breath, let it go. One more, big inhale. And smooth exhale. Just inhale, right leg up and back. And then exhale, flip your foot in between your hands. Turning around your left foot flat, rise all the way up, find a warrior two. Nice. From your warrior two, feet nice and wide. Keep that lunge into your right knee, and then notice if the right knee is buckling in. Press a little more weight through the baby toe edge of the right foot. Nice. Drake, you can move your left foot back just a bit. Nice way. Yeah. Sink down low, hug everything in towards the center. Nice. Keep the left palm reaching out. With your right hand, draw it up and back in space. You're taking a reverse warrior variation, reaching the left palm further back. Keep the lunge into your right knee as you reach a little further back with your right hands. Nice. One more breath here. Awesome. Rise all the way back up, return back towards center. Go ahead and straighten through the right leg. Like we did with this warrior one, I want you to reach forward a bit. Bring the right hand towards the right shin or to a block. And then arc the left arm all the way up and overhead, stretch it towards the top of your mat. Okay. You should be so light with your right palm. If I asked you to, you can lift the right hand and hold an imaginary ball up and overhead. So those of you who would like to do that, go for it. Otherwise, just lightly graze the shin with your right finger pads. Continue to stretch the left arm all the way forward, all the way forward, all the way forward. So really deep side body stretch to the left hip, all the way out towards the left shoulder. Keep the chest open. So notice that the left shoulder is starting to collapse down like we did seated. One more breath. Awesome. Go ahead and rebend through the right knee, hands flat to the mat. Step back, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Up dog, cobra or locust. Exhale, shape the hips up and back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. All right, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Turning around your right foot flat, rise all the way up, find your warrior two. Nice. So same thing, check that your feet are nice and wide, wrists should be roughly over the ankles. As you sink down low to the left knee. I want you to feel a pubic bone lifting up, so your hips aren't crooked to one side. Beautiful. All right, keep the right arm reaching out, left fingertips reach up, stretch up, and tip back. Yeah, so it's this reverse warrior variation. You're elongating the left side as you shorten through the right side, but you're still continuing to have this pulling action. Somebody's pulling both hands towards the back of your mat. One more breath. Keep the lunge into your left knee. And then rise all the way back up, return back to your warrior two. Straighten through the left leg. Reach forward through the left palm a bit. And then you can allow the left fingertips to lightly graze your left shin or place the left hand lightly to a block. Stretch the right arm all the way forward towards the top of the mat. So the important thing here is to keep the chest open. Once you allow the chest to curve down, you lose that side body stretch. So the right hip will peel down a bit, that's totally fine, but I want you to keep the right shoulder up. And see if you can lean the base of your skull back with it as well, and continue to reach, reach, reach. If you did so other side, you can float the left hand and feel as if you're holding an imaginary ball overhead. So you're using that oblique strength. Take one more breath. Nice. Go ahead and rebend through the left knee, hamstring the left foot, step back, vinyasa, or straight to downward facing dog. Nice. Up dog, cobra, locust. Exhale, draw the hips up and back, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale breath. And smooth exhale breath. You got one more big inhale. And smooth exhale. Awesome. Inhale, right leg up and back. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Once more, turning around your left foot flat. Rise all the way up. Warrior two. Once here in your warrior two, go ahead and straighten through the right leg. Turn and pivot both feet to be parallel with each other. Take a soft bend into your knees, everyone. Yeah. Big inhale, broad, broad chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Now with this bend, regardless of how open the backs of your legs are, I want you to crawl the hands forward. And then as you do this, put pressure into all 10 finger pads, allow the chest to sink down. Notice how this feels. Stay, or you can begin to straighten the legs, visualizing the sit bones coming all the way up. Now as you drive your head down, allow the chest to be nice and heavy. So a little bit of a back bend action through the upper back. See if you can press a little more weight through the ball mounds of your feet. One more breath here. Just go ahead and walk your hands underneath your face. Turn and pivot towards the top of your mat. Both hands to the inside of your left foot. Cool, go ahead and lower the right knee down. And then turn the left toes out about 45-ish degrees. Normally I'll have you walk your hands about 45-ish degrees, but today I want you to walk your hands as far forward as we just did before. Drive your chest down and then sink the hips forward and down. If this feels pretty intense to the front right hip or the inner thighs, the groin, all you have to do is just scoot the right knee forward a bit, decrease the angle. Yeah, you got it. Continue to drive weight into your hands as you allow the chest to melt down towards the ground. One more breath. And then walk your hands underneath your face. This time, straighten through the left leg. Angled half splits once more. But from here, I want you to play with dropping down to your forearms. If that is not happening, you have a block or a water bottle or something, just to create a little bit of height to allow the forearms to meet something. But otherwise, chest draws down, really, really probably the deepest stretch through the back of the left leg. We will feel all day. There you go, one more smooth breath. It's almost over. Go ahead and rise all the way up to your palms. As gracefully as you can, rebend through the left knee, step back, vinyasa here, or straight to downward facing dog. Up dog, cobra, locust. Exhale, shift the hips up and down. Uro Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And big inhale. Smooth exhale. Okay, last side. Inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Turn and grab your right foot flat, rise all the way up, find your warrior two. Cool. Right away, go ahead and straighten through the left leg. Parallel the left foot to meet, or rather, parallel the left foot to meet the right foot. Wait, parallel the left foot with the right foot. Okay, interlace your hands, or you can grab a hold of your wrists, your elbows, whichever works best for you. Broaden through the chest. And once more, any amount of bend to your knees that you'd like to do, but I'm not going to require it this side. Hold down. Wherever you are, you can stretch the elbows, forearms, knuckles up and back in space, but at the same time, notice if the shoulders are creeping towards the ears. Draw the shoulders away. Technically, this doesn't really happen with shoulders. It is called scapular depression, because shoulders just don't, you know. Anyway, I digress. Keep the head down, arms overhead. Feel one more chest expansion as you shift more weight forward. Thanks. One more breath. Hands underneath your face. This time towards the back of your mat. Turn and pivot towards the back, and then both hands to the inside of your right foot, lower the left knee down. Okay, angle the right foot forward and out a bit, turn the toes out. And then like we did on the other side, I want you to walk your hands as far forward as you can. Drive the chest down. And then feel one more deep stretch through the inner right hip, front left hip. And then notice if the shoulders are creeping towards the ears. You can always walk the hands a little closer towards your face, but just let the chest be heavy. Again, you can also decrease the angle, just scoot the left knee forward a bit so your hips shift up and back if this feels pretty intense. Last breath. And then go ahead and walk your hands underneath your face. And then shift the hips up and back. Find one more angled half splits. This time, to the best of your ability, see if you can drop down to your forearms. Again, if this is not happening, you've got a water bottle or something that you can briefly put a little bit of weight on, just to allow the ground to meet you. Otherwise, just bend your elbows, allow them to hover if that's also not working. Keep the chest nice and heavy. You feel one more deep, intense stretch to the inner right hip. And back of the right leg. Just one more smooth breath here. Awesome. Rise all the way back up to your palms. Rebend through the right knee as gracefully as you can. Step back. You have an optional and final vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Up dog, cobra, locust of your choice. Exhale, draw the hips up and back and downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, breath, fill it up. Smooth exhale, breath, let it go. One more, big inhale. And smooth exhale. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, create a pigeon on the right, but stay upright. You got it, Drake, you got it. Okay, as you stay upright, you can tent up through the finger pads or blocks underneath your palms as needed. Okay, from here, one more little front of the hip stretch kind of deal. And it just kind of depends on what's going on with your body. Draw your right heel a little closer in towards your groin to start. So this will kind of decrease the angle just a bit. And then from here, you can support the right side by pressing weight into the right finger pads or to the right block. Bend your left knee, and then take your left hand, grab a hold of your foot. Nice. Cool. All right, kick into your hand, but then with your foot, drive that in towards your glute. You got it, you got it. One more smooth breath. Okay, release the hold of your foot. Draw both hands forward. You can scoot the right heel out if needed, but if you got tired hips, keep it where it is. You can add the forward bend. Release the head, neck, shoulders. I'm starting to slow down the breath cadence as well. Feel the lungs inflate through the low back by the kidneys as you allow the entire upper torso to be heavy, heavy. Take one more breath. All right, go ahead and rise all the way up to your palms, a little funky here. Keep the right knee as is, and I want you to swing your left leg all the way up, over and around. Land the left foot to the outside of your right thigh. You got it. Okay, take your left hand behind your left hip. Stretch the right arm up. Two options here. You're either holding onto your shin or triceps to your left thigh, twist. See if you can draw the left shoulder a little further back in space so the right shoulder can come a little more forward. Beautiful, last breath. Okay, untwist, hands frame your right foot. Sorry, a little bit more work. Press into your hands in front of you, press into your left foot, stretch the right leg up and back. Nice. Land the right foot all the way back, rise up to your high lunge. Nice, big inhale breath. And then exhale, hands frame the left foot. Draw the left leg all the way up and back, three-legged forward. Exhale, shift forward, one-legged plank. Optional one-legged chaturanga or toes down. You can take a normal chaturanga. Up dog, cobra, or locust on your inhale. Exhale, shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, final set. Left leg up. And then pigeon on the left. Stay upright once more. And then support yourself as needed, tenting up through the finger pads. And everyone scoot the left heel in a little closer towards your groin. Yeah, so one more stretch through the front of the right hip. Go ahead and bend your right knee. Then take your left hand, grab a hold of your foot. So either inner or outer edge of your foot, it really doesn't matter. So right hand. Yeah. If you want to do your left hand, you can do that too. So you can draw the left shoulder a little further back. Oh my goodness, one more breath. And then slowly release that. Nice. Hands back, you can adjust the left heel as necessary, and then add the forward bend. It is not working for your knee or your shin. You can take this on your back or stay upright. It's not any less than posture as well. Take 3 deep full rounds of breath as you continue to decelerate. I am very, very sweaty.
Yeah. Sorry, very bad.
It is all good. Just one more smooth breath here. Okay, go ahead and rise all the way up to your palms. Like we did on the other side. Swing your right leg all the way up, over and around towards the top of your mat. And then land your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Right sit bone will want to lift, or left sit bone will want to lift. Kind of depends on what's going on with your hips. Right hand behind your right hip, stretch the left arm up. 2 options once more. You can hug your shin or tricep to the inside of your thigh. Or to the top of your right thigh. So as you're in this seated twist, it's really easy to bring the right hand really far back from the right hip, and this will cause a rounding through the lower back. Not a be-all, end-all, but I want you to create a really long spine. Yeah, nice. One more breath. Okay, the last little bit of work. Come back towards center. Nice. Hands flat to the mat. You'll frame your right foot. Lean your weight forward. Left leg up and back. One more brief standing splits. Then left foot towards the back of your mat. Rise all the way to a high lunge. And then exhale, hands flat to the mat. Right foot up and back, 3-legged dog. Rock forward, 1-legged plank. You have an optional 1-legged chaturanga or toes down, regular vinyasa. A dog, cobra, locust. Exhale, shift the hips up and down, downward facing dog. Nice. Smooth inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. Awesome. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to meet your hands. Nice. Okay, recline all the way to your back. It's almost over. Okay, any back bend of your choice here. This can look like a bridge. This can look like a wheel. This could look like hanging out on your back because, Jessica, I'm so tired. So whatever works for you, just a little bit of spinal extension. Didn't spend a whole lot of time, although we did do a lot of chest opening. Squeeze the inner thighs, glutes, wherever you are. You got a block, you can go for the supported version, block underneath your sacrum. You got a supported bridge. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Also press through both feet, lift the hips, lower, upper back, mid back, mid back. Awesome. Soles of feet to touch knees out really wide, just a rounded breath, neutralize. We'll hug both knees in together like a book, then towards your chest. Thanks. Grab a hold of your shins, and then just, this is a dead bug rock. So you'll just kind of rock on your sacrum, forward, back, left, right a bit. All right, go ahead and hold on to the right shin still, release the left leg out long. Right arm releases out to the right. Shift your hips over to the right a bit, then cross your right shin all the way over towards the left. One more twist. Keep the right shoulder nice and heavy as you maintain the openness of your chest. You can always stretch the right arm up and back in a diagonal for one more side body stretch. Awesome. Begin to make your way back towards center. Right leg releases, hug the left shin in. Shift the hips over to the left as you allow the left shin to draw all the way over towards the right. Stretch the left arm out towards the left or at a diagonal up and back. One more side body stretch. So allow the left knee to be really heavy as gravity assists the pull of your left knee down. And then as you're ready, transition back towards center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shin. Squeeze all the muscles in your face. Draw your forehead to your knees. On your exhale, Shavasana, horse pose. Arms out, legs out, everything really, really heavy. Just 2 minutes as you allow yourself the time and space to rest, to be still. And just notice the natural rise and fall of your belly with your breath. As you continue to allow the cadence to slow down even more. Enjoy these final few moments. I'll guide you out shortly. If you have the gift of time, stay resting. Otherwise, take a deep inhale breath. Smooth exhale breath. Fingers, toes get a wiggle, a shake. Rock your head left, right, right, left. As you're ready, stretch the arms all the way up and overhead, big old full body stretch. Roll onto your favorite side, right, left, supported fetal posture briefly. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking time every day to be here in your body. Use your opposite palm, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Maintain a softness in the gaze, allow the eyes to stay closed, hands towards heart center. Thank you for sharing your practice, energy, breath, presence, working hard, allowing me to be honored to guide practice. Thumbs draw to third eye center, lift the chin up just a little higher. As here, where we acknowledge our mutual love and respect for each other, this practice, this community. And thumbs to the lips to seal on the ground. Finally, thumbs back to the heart where we feel our heartbeat, and it always reminds us that we're all one and the same, our hearts beat the same. It's also from this place that we bow forward to each other with love and gratitude. So I bow humbly to the vast and infinite wisdom within each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. I hope your hips and hamstrings, side body, low back, chest, shoulders feel nice and open.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're very welcome. Have a great rest of your day, your week, if I don't see you again. See you next time.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, Jessica.
You got it.
That was great. That kicked my butt.
Kicked mine too. Bye.
Yeah.